From the innocent charm in Masoom to hilarious scenes with Govinda, from playing young Salman in Judwaa to winning hearts as Tarun in Pyaar Ka Punchnama, we have grown up watching him on screen. He's here to rule, he's here to stay. Our guest today is Omkar Kapoor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 90s podcast. My guest today is someone who did amazing work as a child artist and still continues to entertain us. Please welcome Omkar Kapoor. How are you, Omkar?
I am good, Tanu. Thank you for having me here and looking forward to a fun chat with you about the 90s, like you always do.
Thank you so much for joining me today. So, you started acting at a very young age, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How did it all begin? Was anyone in your family in the film industry, or did you tell your parents that you want to act? How did it begin?
Well, as destiny would have it, probably today when I look back, I can say that I was destined to be discovered as a child actor because it happened very बोलते हैं ना बहुत फिल्मी तरीके से डिस्कवरी हुई थी. It was at a local, in our area there was an orchestra that was, how yearly annual function happens of societies around. So like a thing that was happening on the annual day of our area, and my dad had come to Bombay to become an actor, and he slowly with responsibilities he got on to becoming an assistant director with Mr. Subhash Ghai and Mr. Anil Sharma back in the day.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, and so he was, trying to find his own foothold in the industry, and somehow, um, me on that day when I was 6, 7 years old, I happened to be discovered by one of his friends who was also into the film industry, and he was a producer and he was producing a film. So he saw me dance on the stage because I was participating in a dance competition, and he saw and he said, "यार तुम्हारा बेटा तो बड़ा नौटंकी है यार, ये बड़ा अच्छा नाचता है." So that's where I think the germ, the discovery happened that I was supposed to be part of that competition, and someone was to discover me on stage. So it was probably destiny.
So, which was your first project?
There was a film called Miri Jane Man, which never released. Still today is never
Okay.
released. It had Mr. Kader Khan, the actor, the legendary actor,
Wow.
in it. And yes, I was playing his son in the film, and yeah, it was quite a naughty child role that I played in that film. But yeah, that was my first film.
You got your first project with Kader Khan. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Uh, and you started your journey as a child artist. You became a household name with a movie called Masoom. And there
yeah,
was a song, a very famous song, Chhota Bachha Jaan Ke. And it was a big hit in 90s.
yeah.
Back in 90s, to be on a poster, to be in a trailer and on a poster, it was a big deal. What was it like as a kid to see yourself on a poster, like on a movie poster?
Uh, well, to be honest, I was quite a child at that time, and so I really don't have much of the memory of, especially this watching myself on the poster for the first time. But I really wasn't, when you're a child, you really don't put so much thoughts in it, or you don't really feel anything as such. So I was quite excited to see that I was getting this special attention from people, and from in my school, in my area, in my cricket team, and all of that. That was actually the after effect of people looking at those posters and that film and that saying that, oh, you're that kid, you got a great break. So that was more of a discovery for me. Much later years, when I got into my senses and I felt that okay, I was a child actor, and yeah, that's how it happened.
When Chhota Bachcha Jaan Ke came out and you became really famous,
Yeah.
did anything change for you when you went to school or in your neighborhood, when you were playing with your friends? Something changed for you.
Obviously, I mean, when you're a child actor, आपको थोड़ा special attention दिया जाता है. क्रिकेट टीम में कई बार अगर आप खेल रहे हो तो आपको
लेके
बैटिंग
जाते थे।
बैटिंग बैटिंग पे पहले भेज दिया जाता है. So those kind of special things, and ट्यूशन टीचर आपकी थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा आपको पढ़ाती है, आपको पे स्पेशल अटेंशन देती है. तो वो सारी चीजें, छोटी छोटी चीजें लगती थी कि हाँ, एक्चुअली देयर इज समथिंग प्रॉब्ली स्पेशल अबाउट मी एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे आर गिविंग मी दिस अटेंशन. So yeah, that those were the moments that where I felt that something is different than other kids in me.
Day before yesterday, I was watching your interview with Shekhar Suman sir,
Okay.
वो movers and shakers wala interview. And I saw that kid, I saw the energy, the twinkle in his eyes, and really looked like you knew that you were a rising star back then. It felt like that. Do you remember the kind of, uh, the feeling, that attention you got from everyone, from the, maybe you went when you went on the sets, and how was it like to be part of such big industry? The film industry.
Well, to be honest, like I said before, when you're a kid, you really don't, you're not into your senses as such, where you realize and absorb all of this hype around you or such big people. Like, even I remember I had shot a ad film with for BPL TV. It used to come. उस time पे BPL TV हुआ करता था एक brand.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to shoot it with along with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
Wow.
So I remember on the set also when I was a kid and I was, you know, told that this is your move, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
तो मेरे लिए कोई ऐसी बड़ी बात नहीं थी मेरे दिमाग में, खास करके क्योंकि मैं बच्चा था. तो मुझे वो जरा भी ऐसा एहसास नहीं हो कि अगर मेरे सामने अमिताभ बच्चन जी खड़े हैं,
Hmm.
मैं अपना बस ऐसा कर रहा था कि अच्छा ठीक है, ही इज अनदर एक्टर, ही इज जस्ट प्लेइंग एंड आई एम आल्सो डूइंग माय पार्ट. सो really those things, these the special attention didn't sink in me. um, Much later when I was 14 probably it started, I started understanding. But
Yeah.
uh, I was just enjoying the process. मुझे मजा आता था फिल्म सेट पे जाने, शूटिंग के सेट पे जाने, लोगों से बात करने में, सबसे खेलने में. सब मेरे साथ बहुत खेलते थे, प्यार करते थे, तो आई थिंक दैट उसका मजा था एक्चुअली. काम तो अपने आप हो जाता था.
तो सब खेल खेल में आपसे हो जाता था, या प्रिपरेशन भी जाती थी, क्योंकि आई नो यू वर अ किड बट स्टिल
No, not really.
वी
Not really. When you're a child, you don't put in so much of
सो
method
मच.
or craft or anything as such that you are thinking about. You're just doing what the director has asked you to do, and जो लाइनें हैं आपको मजे से बोलनी है और आपको मजा आता है. तो मैं नौटंकी था, I think inherently था. Somewhere the talent, probably God gifted. I think today I'm lucky enough to say that. Yeah. So yeah, that is the only thing.
So were your family, like, were they happy, that you were in industry, and were they worried about your studies and your future?
Well, luckily, I managed to do both equally well. I was always above 65-70% student as well.
Wow.
I used to study last minute. There was a rule in my house. Yeah, there was this rule in my house that 1 month before the exams,
Yeah.
any exams, like how 4 एग्जाम होते हैं साल में,
Yeah.
तो हर एग्जाम के 1 महीने पहले पापा कोई शूट नहीं लेते थे, कोई डेट्स नहीं अलॉट करते थे किसी शूट को, क्योंकि
Yeah.
वो टाइम पढ़ने का होता था, पढ़ाई करने का होता था. तो मैं लास्ट मिनट सारी करके चीजें कर लेता था.
I saw the list of
और,
films you have done. In
और
1996, you did Masoom. 1997, you did Hero Number One, Judwaa, Judai, and Ghungat. 1998, you did Sham Ghansham. 1999, you did International Khiladi. In 2000, you did Mela, Aaj Ka Nanna Farishta, Ek Ajuba. इतनी सारी मूवीज के बीच में कैसे होता होगा सब कुछ?
पता नहीं, बस हो जाता था. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, ना मैं एक्टिंग पे इतना ज्यादा कोई एफर्ट या कोई मेथड अप्लाई करता था, ना मैं पढ़ाई पे इनफैक्ट ज्यादा लगता था, बिकॉज
Yeah.
यू हैव टू, इट्स थियरी, यू हैव टू, आपको पढ़ना पड़ता है.
Yeah.
बट हो जाता था. आई थिंक इट वाज, लाइक एनी अदर चाइल्ड एक्टर अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, वाज आल्सो कंप्लीटेड द एजुकेशन अलोंग.
Mhm.
तो वो हो जाता था. एंड इनफैक्ट एक कॉन्शियस डिसीजन था कि जैसे ही 10th स्टैंडर्ड पास होगा, एसएससी पास होगी हमारी, मम्मी पापा का डिसीजन था कि अब ही शुड टेक अ ब्रेक फ्रॉम एक्टिंग टू काइंड ऑफ द प्रोफेशन, टू काइंड ऑफ कम बैक इनटू इट एज अ लीडिंग एक्टर लेटर मच ईयर.
Yeah.
ब्रेक लेना जरूरी था, तो सही टाइम पे ब्रेक भी ले लिया गया था.
So when you took like a break, you.
I took a break in the year of 2002, I think. So
Okay.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2002. 2002, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And from there on, I finished my graduation for 5 years in Narsimanji College
Wow.
as yeah as in commerce. So
Nice.
I did that for 5 years. Then I started my journey again, and I wanted to explore. So yeah,
Okay. So you were part of Hero Number One, right? That
yeah.
full-on commercial film, Hindi masala movie, blockbuster. Do you remember anything like sharing screen with Govinda, Karishma? Did you realize that you were working with such big stars at that point of time? Uh, any memories from the sets?
There were every experience, every film, every outdoor location was special. Was fun. Was a lot of everyone's energy was different. I remember that मैं बहुत परेशान करता था सेट पे परेश रावल जी को सेट पे. I remember हम घूंघट शूट कर रहे थे तो वो बोलते रहते थे कि यार ये बड़ा शैतान बच्चा है, ये मेरे आके धोती खींच लेता है, ये मेरे पे रंग उड़ा देता है. तो मैं ये सारी हरकतें ऑफ सेट ऑफ कैमरा करता रहता था बीच बीच में इन बिटवीन टेक्स में. तो हाँ, बट नथिंग नो special as such. I remember that Hero Number One, we shot it in Ooty for a good 20 days as a child actor when I was there in that part of the film. So outdoor schedule pay, and going in the winters in that hilly area, it was quite a lot of fun. So yeah,
तो आपके scenes I think सतीश शाह के साथ साथ
yeah,
साथ
yeah.
थे,
जी
right?
जी जी जी
And then you did Filmi Chakkar with him, which
yeah
was really famous. That was a famous TV show.
yeah yeah.
Uh, and I remember, पता नहीं कितने 90s के बच्चों को याद होगा, उस गाने के अंदर आपकी एंट्री क्या
धोती
होती
में और वो
है?
एक स्टिक लेके.
एक आपने वो पहना है घाघरा चोली भी है, एक सॉन्ग
हाँ
के उसके अंदर
हाँ
ये
हाँ,
यू
वो
नो
एक सूट सूट टाइप एक है वो.
हाँ आई थिंक दो तीन चेंज है शायद। एक
कुर्ता
तो
धोती
घाघरा
और हाँ
चोली
वो
याद है, मुझे
एक
बहुत
हाँ.
क्लियरली याद है घाघरा चोली।
जी जी जी.
तो वो कैसे हुआ? डू यू रिमेम्बर दैट?
I don't know. That was just for fun's sake because they wanted to shoot something like that. So,
या
uh, because it was called Filmi Chakkar,
या
so it was done out of that madness that films involved.
Do you remember anything that you learned from these stars? Like when you were as a kid, that I'm sure there must be something that you stays with you. There must be
Yeah,
something that stays with you still.
I think some of the actors that I learned a lot from, and I saw that energy was different. The whole aura was different. Was obviously my all-time favorite, Mr. Govinda. I think with him I learned. I did two films with him, and I saw completely jovial, fun-loving man on set. Uh, वो ऑफ कैमरा भी लोगों को उतना ही एंटरटेन करते थे. तो उनसे मैंने काफी कुछ सीखा और उनकी जो हरकतें होती थी और वो जिस तरीके से बात करते हैं और तो he was quite a important part in learning something about acting. Apart from that was Mr. Salman Khan and Anil Kapoor and uh, I was lucky enough to work with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan and Amir Khan and everyone, all of them. So yeah, with all of them थोड़ा थोड़ा कुछ ना कुछ अपना अपना सीखने मिला. और अब जब मैं उनका काम देखता हूँ तो मुझे रियलाइज होता है कि why they are where they are because who they are.
Definitely. But do you have any behind the scenes memories from any of these films, Judwaa, Judai, or any other film that you remember?
No, not really. Not one particular as such. There have been many memories as such, and mostly, I mean, Masoom was quite special because when
Definitely.
it released and when I got that kind of adulation or jitna pyar, uh,
Yeah.
jitna special attention, even from I remember going to the I was called to even to the government functions that were happening in the country at that time as a chief guest. So that was something overwhelming for me. I was like, I'm just a kid. मैं तो बच्चा हूँ. I think मुझे इतना सम्मान इतना प्यार दिया जा रहा है. So that was something that 2 years post Masoom was quite a roller coaster ride for me, quite a high. That I enjoyed.
Uh, did you share screen space with Salman Khan and
Yeah.
Anil Kapoor while filming? So You remember how was it?
It was great. I mean, though that was the era, the 90s was the era when, you know, such great entertainment, romantic comedy films were happening, and people were loving it. And all the three Khans and all the other actors were doing so well. And almost the ratio was, 2 to 3 films out of the 10 films were a blockbuster super hit. So that was something, that was an era, that fandom, that stardom that you see across, the nation, across the world. You see, and realize that uh, how what true fandom and true stardom is. In today's times, we don't really, we social media and all of that, everyone thinks, by just posting some stuff you're famous. That's not the fact. You've got to create a legacy, a body of work, to have that genuine fan following from people.
But do you feel the kind of love and attention stars used to receive in 90s? Do you feel that it's the same even now, since everything is very short-lived?
The attention is diverted, definitely, of the audience, of the consumers, because there is so much to there's so much of content everywhere around. There's such different kind of content. There is a social media, there is a YouTube on that, there is a large screen cinema that was always there, and there's a television, there is, gaming that is there. So I think the attention got diverted, that आप वेट करते थे कि अच्छा, शाहरुख सर की एक फिल्म आई है अभी, तो अब नेक्स्ट कब आएगी, वी आर वेटिंग. वो चार्म, आई थिंक, वो चला गया है. आई थिंक दैट इज अ quite a missing thing that I feel in today's times.
One thing that you miss about 90s era, that in film industry, 90s film industry, or even today you're working, so you see the difference, right?
Yeah,
What do you miss the most about that 90s film industry? And is there anything in
I
particular you
think,
feel that if you could bring back that one thing back?
yeah, I got your question. I think it's not to do just with the industry. I feel over the time,
Personally as well, like any.
yeah, personally, I just feel there was so much warmth in people before, amongst the fraternity. People, एक दूसरे के लिए genuinely खुश होते थे. एक दूसरे की फिल्म जब चलती थी, तो genuinely, they used to celebrate together. Even the filmy parties that used to happen, you could really see that, people are really wanting, rooting for each other, and they're, wishing for each other, well for each other. I think that went missing, and then so much of competition came in, and there's so much of cutthroat competition, and so much of backbiting and gossiping and columnizing, and uh, throwing PR articles about each other and all that mess. I think that warmth in people, that genuinity in people, that just, genuinely being there, in each other's happiness and success, that I miss a lot.
I know you already said that you don't remember much, but any funny encounter, any funny fan encounter जब आप मासूम के उससे निकले थे एक phase से या कोई, you were doing a lot many movies at that point of time. So
Yeah.
do you remember anything that happened to you which was very funny and you still remember it, or anything that was amusing, like you just shared one incident like जो आपने भी बताया कि आपको chief guest बना के बुला लिया
Yeah,
जाता. You were too young to be a chief guest. So
exactly.
very amusing for you. Any incident that you remember? Oh my God, that's funny. Or
I
that.
remember, I remember similarly in that time frame, that same year, when I was being called as a chief guest, so to say, everywhere. I used to find it quite funny. I remember I was also asked to be the face of a political rally at that time. I remember in Indore, I
Really?
had, yeah. I was just used as a tool to kind of be the face of it for that election season that was going on. So वो जो टिपिकल नहीं होता कि जीप के आगे खड़े होके,
Yeah. Yeah.
मोहल्ले से निकल रहे हैं, और आपको हार पहनाए जा रहे हैं, फूल फेंके जा रहे हैं. तो वो मिनिस्टर साहब के साथ मैं बगल में खड़ा था, बच्चा, और यू नो, so that was the kind of madness that I saw, and I remember that वो मोमेंट इतना फनी था मेरे लिए, क्योंकि वो धीरे धीरे पूरी रैली में, 4-5 किलोमीटर की, इंदौर आई थिंक आई हैड गॉन फॉर दैट, एंड वो रैली में वो इतने लंबे रास्ते में धीरे धीरे हर कुछ 100-500 मीटर पे वो मुझे हार चढ़ा रहे थे, और वो इतने हार पहना दिए थे कि मैं खुद छुप गया था उसके बीच में।
Oh.
तो मैं वो हार के वजन से बैठ गया फिर तो उस जीप पर। तो आई थिंक दोज आर द काइंड ऑफ funny moments that happened with me, and yeah.
And you made a comeback with Pyaar Ka Punchnama. Would don't want to call it a comeback, but yeah, you did.
Debuted again.
Yeah.
Debuted again as a leading
Yeah.
actor, yeah.
So how did that happen?
Again, I think I was very, very lucky to be discovered, and happened to get that debut. कितने लोग कहते हैं कि चाइल्ड एक्टर्स दोबारा एक्टर नहीं बन पाते, and that notion was there. Luckily, I got my first film after good 6-7 years of struggling, giving my auditions, going, doing the rounds, and having my struggle with me. And I was destined again, probably, God said, here, go on the field and play once again and show your magic. And luckily the film worked for us. तो बहुत कम लोग ये कह सकते हैं कि उनकी डेब्यू फिल्म एक सुपर हिट रही है। मैं शायद उन लकी लोगों में से एक हूँ। तो वो जो आई थिंक मौका था, वो आई थिंक बहुत कम खुशनसीब लोगों को मिलता है। आई थिंक आई कंसिडर माय ग्रैटिट्यूड फॉर दैट। सो या,
As you said, काफी child artists, they are unable to make the comeback. Yeah. So what made you actually join the industry again?
नथिंग, आई थिंक इट जस्ट, कोई इसमें रॉकेट साइंस नहीं था। मैं यू नो एक इनहेरेंटली एक कॉलिंग होती है आपकी, आपको पता होता है कि आप इनहेरेंटली क्या करना चाहते हो। एक आप समवेयर, आप जब as you keep growing up, when you pass your teenage years, when you step out in the world to become something, तो वो आपको पता होता है कि आप अपनी जिंदगी के साथ क्या करना चाहते हो, what is the purpose of your life. And somewhere my purpose, I always felt, was to be in front of camera, entertain people the way I used to, make them smile, get that special attention, get accolades, get recognition again, get money again. And I think acting is just, I think it was more than a profession for me. It was just something that you get joy out of doing it. So it really doesn't feel like a profession या काम है या ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It just feels, I feel comfortable in front of a camera the way I am right now with you. Yeah.
Did you change as a person over the years?
Absolutely. I think in all of us, I think our experiences of life, and our journey of life, and our mistakes of life, and our achievements of life, I think changes us with time, every decade. And in your 20s, you're a little high spirited. In your 30s, you kind of understand the world a little better. In your 40s, as you're entering in your 40s, you're like, okay, what do I really want from my life, since I'm standing in the midway somewhere of my life. So yeah, I think this is the journey of life all of us have. So there's no rocket science or anything as such that I'm living some other special life or anything as such. I'm just doing what I enjoy doing, and I hope that I keep getting enough chances to do so.
Or anything in particular that changed you, ऐसी कोई incident हुआ हो जो आपको लगा हो, या जैसे आप कह रहे हैं, as you grow older, with your experience you slowly change.
Yeah, lots of experiences have shaped me the way they have, from my personal relationships to my professional relationships to my family relationships. I think, and your experiences. जब आप especially एक एक कॉलेज पास आउट स्टूडेंट जब दुनिया में नौकरी ढूंढने निकलता है, तो how it is. That's the journey. That's when the actual journey starts. When you step out of your comfort zone and meet people, and so when I started back again as an actor, to pursue acting as a profession again, I had to start from scratch. Absolutely, there was no backing, or there's no godfather, or there's no. Yes, I was a child actor. People knew me, but that goodwill was there. it wasn't that I was relevant or famous still or anything like that. So I had to start from scratch and gave my round of 500, 1,000 auditions, for random ads and whatever work that was coming to me. Uh, some experience that has shaped me, um, um, lots of them. My own, decisions as to do with, uh, in spite of being in the industry for so long, in spite of understanding how the dynamics of the hit and the flop functions, uh, sometimes you still do mistakes. I think that is something that I feel that somewhere I've learned or changed me a little bit from within as a person. And you learn from even uh, from your experiences as to how how you should be going about it, even from your highs. When you are riding on a high, you are able to take certain risks, and you do take certain risks which sometimes will work in your favor or not. So I think those decisions post Panchnama, I think, have kind of shaped me the way I am. But I think I was meant to go through this journey, and I'm glad. I think I did, because otherwise, वो senses, वो sensibility, वो calmness, वो समझ, वो चीजों को लेकर आती ही नहीं. So yeah.
You practice gratitude because the kind
Yeah.
of films you did in 90s, I think वो किसी शायद चाइल्ड आर्टिस्ट का उस जमाने में सपना रहा होगा, जो जो फिल्म्स आपने की। मासूम बहुत बड़ी हिट थी उस टाइम, जो गाना बहुत बड़ा हिट था। स्पेशली वो सॉन्ग आज भी गाया जाता है, बच्चे बच्चे को
जी.
पता है। उसके
जी.
बाद हीरो नंबर वन वाज अ बिग हिट, जुड़वा वाज अ बिग हिट, जुदाई वाज अ बिग हिट, एंड मोस्टली लाइक द काइंड ऑफ फिल्म्स यू हैव डन, सारी ही अच्छी फिल्म्स थी। तो कभी ऐसा लगा कि आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल फॉर व्हाट आई रिसीव्ड एंड आई एम स्टिल
Well,
ग्रेट?
to be honest, not about my childhood career as much. I mean, I do today when I'm in my senses, I look back and I say, "Yeah, कितनों को मौका ऐसा मिला था." So I do have the gratitude for that. Yes, I do believe in manifestation and gratitude, and do pray and do worship God, because there is some sort of universe that is kind of aligning things for you or de-aligning things for you. So I do practice it. My daily practice is some sort of in my heart and mind and soul is to thank for whatever I have got till now, and ask for more opportunities to fulfill the purpose of life. So yeah.
And now we have seen you in films like You, Me and Ghar, Chhota Kahin Ka,
Yeah.
Lavaste, Button, web series like Bharam, and there
Yeah.
were more. I didn't write all of them, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so, what's next? What any upcoming project?
Well, there are a few films that I've finished shooting. Those are feature films. Some are going to be theatrical, some are going to be an OTT release. I do not know as of now the releases and the timings as such, but they'll be hopefully very soon. And when they are out, when they are nearby, I think the official announcements will come out. I'm not allowed to speak much on those films as of now. But I can assure you one thing, that if people had loved me in Pyar Ka Punchnama too, my part, my performance, I think they will like me also equally in this one as well. And they will give me that love. Hopefully, they will give me that love again. And yeah, so these are the few projects that I have finished shooting, and I'm in the middle of figuring out the further work that I am looking out to.
What kind of roles are you excited to do in the future?
It depends completely on what the script comes to me, and if it's playing by my strengths as an actor, if it's something um, performance oriented or dance oriented or something those align with my good skills. So maybe I'll be able to showcase that, and maybe some more romantic comedies, maybe some thrillers as well, maybe some mysteries, maybe some. I don't know. I'm greedy as an actor, and it's good to sometimes challenge yourself to kind of figure out what comes your way. It has to be a genuinely good film. on the script level. Forget me as an actor being part of it. उस चीज की कमी होती है, लोग बोलते हैं कि यार अच्छा कंटेंट बहुत कम आता है, तो वो ज्यादा जरूरी है. So I want to be part of those kind of projects.
जैसे कि आपने बोला कि काफी स्क्रिप्ट्स, काफी स्टोरीज की आजकल कमी है, अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट्स की कमी है. Do you feel like producing something, directing some films, if you get a chance, get a
Hmm.
good script, and you would like to produce it or direct it?
Well, I don't know. It
Or
something that
that's not your space?
it doesn't naturally come to me. I feel it's something that is more like a compromise of life that many people have to do in this industry. I wish I don't have to do that someday. I wish I keep getting the love from the audience and uh, we keep being a relevant actor in the industry. And so producing something or directing something, it maybe someday in future when I'm much older, much wiser, maybe in my 50s, 60s, I can think of taking those steps and figuring things out for myself. But I think मेरी दाल रोटी मेरा ब्रेड एंड बटर एक्टिंग से ही चले तो खुशी भी मिलेगी और I'll be happy about that. So someday in future, never say never. Someday in future, maybe like I said, when you see so many actors who started their careers as actors, usually they act for 10, 20 years and then they kind of you know have another vertical in filmmaking.
Yeah.
Uh, I adore and I respect someone like a Farhan Akhtar, who started off as a director, then
Yeah.
became an actor, then became a singer, then became a producer. So I think it's filmmaking is multifaceted, and as an artist, you can explore those things. तो मैं भी explore करना चाहूंगा, but for now, I think uh, acting is my passion, is something that I genuinely enjoy, and I feel I'll be good at producing and directing as well because I have some sort of understanding and schooling about it. Uh, but there's a lot to learn in that aspect as well because any other vertical in this profession will also make me start from scratch and kind of learn, go back on the field again, and assist someone or work with under someone and learn those that craft or that skill to the fullest, and it'll require a good amount of time investment and all of that. जो चल रहा है चलती गाड़ी का बोनट मत खोलो उसको बेसिकली. तो हाँ.
And would you like to do more web series?
Yeah, I think I would like to do relevant films, projects, be it OTT space or something. Uh, Maybe a few web series where I genuinely get the audience's attention and that love and that respect and that whatever you might call it being a relevant actor. So definitely, I'm open to even the web series space, and I'm looking forward to doing them.
I know you'll say that I'm stuck to the same topic, but
No, 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 no.
do you remember when you were performing that song, छोटा बच्चा, जब आपने perform किया होगा, सीखा होगा डांस उसके लिए, कुछ कुछ memories हैं उस गाने की? I'm sure बहुत पुरानी बात है.
हाँ मतलब इन द सेंस दैट नहीं, मैं बात वही है कि मैं बात कर करके बोर हो गया उस बारे में यार, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा सा ऐसा हो
प्रॉब्लम
जाता
ये
हूँ
है कि
कि
ये 90s रेलेवेंट है, तो थोड़ा सा तो
हाँ,
करना.
ये आपका शो थोड़ा ऐसा है तो फिर मैं इसलिए आई रिमेम्बर लर्निंग choreography under Mr. Chini Prakash for that film, for that song Chhota Bachha Jaan Ke. So learning, steps from him and doing a dance song in a film where the entire song was based around me and on me. That was something fun to do. And I remember we were shooting this in Kolhapur, in Maharashtra. And we had quite a lot of fun because I was the only kid and there were 100 dancers behind me. So that was a special feeling when you wanna, daily आप सीन करते हो और जब आप गाने शूट करते हो तो आपको रियलाइज होता है कि आप स्पेशल हो. 100 डांसर्स के बीच में आप अलग दिख रहे हो, आप फ्रंट में सबसे you're leading the pack. So that was a very fond memory, and that was, yeah. So doing songs was always has always been my favorite thing.
But do you feel you've done such a great film like Pyar Ka Punchnama? So to get another great project like that, is it hard? Is it tough to find another great project like that?
It is obviously for all of us, for as actors, that it very rarely you get a hit film on the box office, which is what is the most important thing for any leading actor, because only then the mountability comes on you, and that is what all actors are actually targeting and craving to be saleable, so that the choice of scripts is yours. You can get to choose with people that kind of minds you want to collaborate with, the kind of scripts you want to do. uh, so that box office success is very much important. I was lucky enough to get it in my first film itself, so I definitely look forward for to doing such commercially successful films. बट मुश्किल होता है, सबके लिए मुश्किल होता है, मेरे लिए भी बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बिकॉज आई डिड सम अदर फिल्म्स आफ्टर दैट बट इट डिडंट रियली turn out the way it did for the way Panchnama did on the box office. So definitely I want to be part of that because that is what makes you relevant. So it's difficult, very, very difficult. Even for me today, after a hit film, I still have to pursue as a newcomer. The situation is absolutely the same.
Anything you would like to say to your audience who still love you from your 90s work or from your latest work, जो आपको आज तक आपके पुराने काम से बचपन के काम से याद रखते हैं या आज का जो आप प्रोजेक्ट्स कर रहे हैं उनसे आपको याद करते हैं?
Rather than thanking them, I think I've already thanked my audience a lot in my previous interviews as well. I would like to, in fact, the people who are the next generation who's coming in, the new students, the new breed and generation of actors who are doing some great work. I see they get to work with some great directors, some great performances are able to be. So I think try doing good work for every newcomer. I try to say that obviously हाँ, किसी को अपनी जिंदगी चलानी होती है, finances manage करने होते हैं, जिंदगी का एक अपना स्ट्रगल होता है, आपकी 100 टेंशन होती हैं, 100 स्ट्रेस होते हैं, हर किसी को होता है, बट वही जर्नी होती है, वही एक थोड़ा सा खट्टी मीठी जिंदगी होती है. So enjoy this process and know be in this process profession for right reasons. I think most of them I see around where they come in for the wrong reasons, either to just get famous and all of that. And that's why maybe the social media is booming so much because every Tom, Dick, and Harry is thinking that he's become an influencer and is famous and so to say,
Yeah.
that is not what really fame means in a country like India, especially. You can go viral for some time, but you're like the flavor of the season. You'll be forgotten in within a month. So that is not what fame is for me.
Exactly. I think that's what initially I asked you, that the fame that you've seen in 90s and now,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everything's very short-lived. It's for a month or a
Truly, 90s was the golden era. I
year.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think truly 90s was the golden era in terms of fandom, stardom, people. Uh, like I said, अगर एक बच्चे को एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में बुलाया जा सकता है, या अगर आप एक चीफ गेस्ट के तौर पे बुलाए जा सकते हो, तो यू कैन इमेजिन द काइंड ऑफ मैडनेस दैट सराउंडेड एट दैट टाइम. सो
Favorite 90s TV show?
हम पांच.
Okay. Favorite Bollywood song from the 90s?
हाँ, lot of them all. जब प्यार किसी से होता है, the album. Yeah, I was listening to it yesterday. Or even Chand Tare from Yes Boss.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah,
One 90s fashion trend you love?
it's coming back,
Tough for
right?
you. It will be tough for you.
Wearing the comfortable loose clothes. I think it's come back again.
Yeah.
So I think the fits was not much of an issue back then. So that was something cool at that time. Yeah.
90s actress you had a crush on?
Uh, Kajol at that time. Yeah.
Great. Best 90s
Oh,
snack?
Sonali Bendre. I think
Sonali
that
Bendre.
was absolutely. Yeah.
Best 90s snack?
Snack.
Snack as in like, do you remember the Uncle Chips and all those?
Okay. Oh, like that, like that. Peppy.
Favorite 90s Bollywood movie?
Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
One 90s ad that you still remember?
Fevicol. All ads of Fevicol at that time was quite funny at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could time travel to the 90s for a day, what would you do?
I would I would make the film studios back to the way they were, the old charm that was there in, when I should go in those film studios and shoot on a daily basis. Though they are more equipped now and more technologically advanced, but that time was that charm and era was different.
Favorite 90s chocolate or candy?
But never goes old. Dairy Milk, Cadbury Dairy Milk, still there, still best.
Favorite 90s TV character?
Satish Shah in Filmi Chakkar itself. Yeah, so he was quite a hilarious person.
One 90s cartoon or Disney movie that you remember?
Popeye. I remember I used to watch Popeye a lot. Spinach. I used to watch that after my school, coming back from school every day. So yeah,
Thank you so much, Omkar. It was really great speaking with you today. I learned so much from you. I love your never say die attitude, and I hope you keep entertaining us. Thank you so
thank
much
you.
for joining in today.
Thank you so much, Tanu, for having a refreshing chat about the 90s. And I hope that warmth in people comes back someday. And, yeah, thank you.